Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Unopened, dusty, and beginning to attract a lot of insects.
Good morning, Night Vale. Hello. I was looking at your faces. Don't you dare. I swear if this gets edited out, I will riot. Leave the pause in. Let everybody know that sometimes they have to see and hear how the sausage gets made. I'm Hal Lublin. I play Steve Carlsberg. And sometimes I have Carlsberg moments in real life.
I'm Meg Bashwiner, and I play Deb, the sentient patch of haze, and I often have sentient patches of haze moments in life.
And I'm Symphony Sanders, and I play Tamika Flynn. And I most definitely have Tamika moments where I just go into a fit of rage and start attacking people.
Yeah. I'm a little distracted because right before we started recording, we were talking about putting toilet paper in the freezer.
Yeah.
And I suggested it as a medical solution to an issue that you can sometimes have after eating a lot of spicy foods. And I was shunned by my peers. We didn't shun you.
Yeah.
We questioned whether you were pulling a prank.
Yeah.
You, Symphony Sanders, you, Hal Lublin, and Hal involved his wife to get in on questioning my authority on butt cooling.
Well, look,
You should know you eat a lot of peppers.
yeah, and in our defense, this sounds a lot like something you don't do personally, but that you get somebody else to do, either because you know it'll be hilarious or because you want to see what will happen. See? You're laughing about it. When will you lift the veil and tell us that this is fake? Listen, if you listen to this show...
It's not fake. I mean, it's just putting toilet paper in the freezer. It's not like you're gonna. So I'm not like signing you up for a cult.
This isn't a Yellow Deli special.
No.
We'll freeze your toilet paper and bring it to you in a basket while we play dulcimer music. Also, women aren't allowed to look above ground level. Would you like sourdough bread?
The bread
With
is really
butter.
good. It's really good.
Yeah, with butter. Also, here are 5 pamphlets.
Well,
Anyway,
let's get down to it. We are not here to talk about our hot butts and the time that what we do. We are here to talk about Welcome to Night Vale because we are all in Welcome to Night Vale. We play various characters on that show, and we have undertaken the challenge of listening to every episode by episode, and painstakingly taking apart and delving into the finer details of this amazing podcast. And now we're talking to you about it because we like it, man. And so do you. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. This episode description: the Wallaby family successfully lobbies the school board to finally allow a computer in school to help their daughter Megan, plus a concert from Dark Owl Records and Amnesty Day at the public library. So all of that and more.
Trying to think of the correct way to say this. I feel like one of the strengths of Night Vale is that it connects with people who feel like they've been marginalized and have been marginalized by society. Wrongfully so. And I feel like this episode expresses really beautifully what would give people of all different kinds all around the world something to hold on to and a reason why they love the show so much outside of just sort of what it is for craft, that they feel valued, that they feel heard and seen and counted as a person in the world.
Yeah. Because, I'm sure people have experienced this, especially in schools, not feeling like there is a place for them, or they don't have the same access as other students do because of the way that they are in their that they were born, the way that they are in their life. And that's not their fault. You know what I mean? Some things just can't be helped. And sometimes you need a little bit of assistance. And our dear Megan Wallaby, one of Meg's favorite characters, needs a computer to communicate more fully. And I applaud Megan's parents for going to bat for that against with the PTA, because, the Glow Cloud is up there being like, all hail the Glow Cloud and whatnot. And it's very difficult to get things through because people are spending so much time just like being brainwashed.
Yeah, I definitely applaud Megan's parents for going there because, they're talking about the divisive meeting that's happening that's like ending in bloodshed, and how the charter school won't get the ramp because they're too afraid of this, that, and the other. So, they really are. They're like walking into what could potentially be a nightmare. And they're actually, the school board the Glow Cloud allows the computer to be brought in kind of without ceremony, which is interesting. Yeah, and we get to hear from Megan.
I know, it's nice.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite episodes. I remember listening to it when it came out, and I was very moved by the sentiment of it and the content of it. I really appreciate the character of Megan Wallaby. I thought she's had a lot of developments in future episodes where she ages at a different rate, and she eventually gets a body and things happen. But I thought that this particular episode, it's very sweet, her story, and really heartbreaking too, because she has this beautiful dream that the computer helps her realize, and that it's a world without bullying, and it's a world where she's able to have a voice, and it's just a dream.
I love the computer voice too. Like, I know it's like just one of those like programs that you just type in words and it like says it, but I like the way it says the words, like big O treat.
When I was in college, my roommate had a Mac. I did not, and it would do speech to text.
Yeah.
So we definitely had a computer say things that no computer ever needs to say. Just filthy things. But also, I remember in high school, my dad got a Sound Blaster soundboard for his computer, and it came with a program called Dr. Spatzo. It had that voice, and it was a therapist you could talk to.
No.
And you would type stuff in, and then it would be like, I used it. I was like having a tough time, but I was like, you know what? I might as well give it a shot.
How do you feel about that?
It's exactly that. Yeah. Tell me, why do you feel that way? And why is that? And tell me more. And why do you feel the way that you feel? Tell me, express yourself. Do you think you are angry? Like, the least helpful is like whatever you imagine the worst, least helpful version of a therapist to be is what Dr. Spezzo was. But that voice is very, very funny.
Dr. Spezzo went to upstairs medical school.
Upstairs medical school? Another graduate of upstairs.
Yeah, a few credits still pending, but definitely a graduate at some point.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
But it's really like
Spezzo.
Dr. Spezzo.
That's going to fuck me up.
It even sounds like masturbates. Like, there's nothing about it. Then, of course, I discovered you could just write "say" and then put anything in quotes and it would say it. And it was the therapy sessions were over. Then it was like, I eat farts. Like, all the highbrow stuff I could possibly enter into a computer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Hal. This makes me sad for your past.
You sound like my therapist now. Not true. Not true.
Do you ever make your therapist now say farts?
Yeah, I just say farts. And
Do you ever trick them into saying it?
Yeah, I say I really miss my dog farts, and I know she'll be like, so when farts left, do you feel that a part of you left as well? I mean, yes, definitely.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I had just eaten a bowl of chili. And I remember farts got out, and didn't take us long to find him. But that was a really tough time for all of us. I had to put so much toilet paper in the freezer.
And boy, when we found all those farts, smelled really bad.
Yeah, it just stunk. The whole day stunk. The whole thing. But I really appreciate getting the rhythm on something, and maybe text to speech has gotten better. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and played with something like that. But it takes a lot sometimes it will ignore a comma, sometimes it won't. Sometimes you put a semicolon, sometimes a period. But the rhythm of it is really it's a very impressive, just technically, it was really impressive to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
That Joseph Fink making those beats.
Yeah.
Do you love computer?
Oh, so creepy.
I like the way it says computer. And Megan. Megan.
Megan.
That's
Computer.
Megan.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's how we're now going to say your name, though, Meg.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Megan.
Megan. Computer.
Computer.
Do you love computer?
I do love computer. I love my computer right now. I love. I've had it for 5 years, and she's the best. And Joseph keeps being like, she's gonna die soon, and I'm like, stop saying that.
Yeah, that's just self-fulfilling prophecy and rude.
Yeah,
rude. Hashtag rude. So this episode was co-written with our dude Zach Parsons.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach. You wrote something really touching, too, at the beginning.
Yep. About the twins being born.
Yeah, about his sons and how one of his sons was unexpectedly born with Down syndrome. And what, kind of they were not prepared for that when they had him. And the kind of their paradigm shifted because they had gone through, they had imagined what their children's life would be like, and then that imagination became a reality because once you actually meet these people, the dream kind of shifts because you get to see what their lives will actually be like. And so the episode he was inspired by was a little bit about that. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting of him to create the episode and then also to share that in the book.
And maybe that's why Megan's parents were going so hard in the paint for her. Do you know what I mean? Because you really do have to advocate for your child, especially when your child has a special need or a need that is some schools may not cater to that. Do you know what I mean? You really have to choose the right school, first of all, for a lot of that stuff. And it can be a pain in the neck because you're dealing with aides and teachers and the board and superintendents and all that stuff. And you have to do it because you want your child to have the best that you can get for them, because you want them to have every opportunity afforded to them that every other kid does.
Yeah.
It also is a reminder that there are some like the world has not been made for some people. Mm-hmm. That the dominant group in charge has made a world that is convenient to them and only to them, as if to make room for and allow for different kinds of people, that we can all have our needs met and all live like a good quality life. Mm-hmm. There's like a threat there to the people who are in the ruling class, or the people for whom the world is made more convenient, however you want to say it. Basically white people, more specifically straight white males.
Straight white, able-bodied, cisgendered
Yeah, exactly.
males.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is who the world is made for. And like the idea that we have to, like, it feels like I think for some people it feels like a concession, and it doesn't have to be. Like, there's room for everybody, and everybody should be made to, why should anybody be made to feel uncomfortable if they're not doing something that harms another person, or that, that we know to be morally wrong, like murdering?
Murders.
Like murders or other things that we all kind of agree is not cool. Like, why? Like, what would it hurt to have somebody else have opportunity or convenience, or just the ability to live their version of a normal life or a happy life? Like, why do you have to feel? Why should anybody feel that comes at their expense? That's the problem.
Yeah, there's no scarcity for happiness, right? There's like, it's not pie. Like, if there's enough happiness to go around. And then also, I feel like being an American and living in a country that has so much opulence and wealth and opportunity and possibility, that we're often really stingy with that. Because, this beautiful socialist idea that we can educate every child, and that the government can be responsible for educating every child and doing whatever that takes to not discriminate against their experience and give them the access that they need to get the same education as every other person. It's so possible, but somehow still so impossible. Like, we have the resources we need, we just haven't allocated them properly because of the patriarchy.
Yeah. I also think it's just like we're right now, especially, I feel like we're going through this phase of like certain people are very selfish about resources. And I think we need to get beyond those people and at least having those people in charge, or people that are just like so single-minded about who should be able to have access to those things,
Yeah. And then they make other people believe that there's scarcity for those things when there in fact is not. In fact, there's opulence in those areas. But in order for them to continue to control the resources, they have to make people believe that their resources are in jeopardy and that it is scarce, even though it's not. There's enough money to go around. There's enough people who are educated. We just have to hire them and pay them money from the money pile. From the money tree.
This
is good. This episode always felt like weirdly personal to me. Well, one, because my name's Megan, and two, because I, growing up, I had a learning disability that's called dysgraphia, which means it makes it difficult for you to write and like use your hands to communicate. So when I was in third grade, I had a computer that I used to take spelling tests on, and I would type out my spelling tests, and everyone else would write them, but I would type mine.
Get out of here. I didn't know that.
It was like, this is so weird. Yeah, no. So this episode always felt like oddly weird, strangely personal to me, because I was like a little third grader who got to use the computer for her spelling tests.
Oh, Meg. Oh, Megan.
Megan. I love computer.
Do you love computer?
You use computer.
I did. It didn't make me a better speller. It didn't make me a better typer. It's just something that was always going to be hard for me. But hey, someone was paying attention, trying to help me out, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
That's great.
When you turned the computer on, did it say, hello, New Jersey, location?
I fucking hope it did. That would be so funny.
So anyway, so Megan gets the computer and it's like she's talking to it, and then things start to get weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Night Vale and things get weird. And Cecil is a journalist who is there to report on what is happening. And he gets caught in the crossfire.
Is this the first time that he is reporting away? Because I know he's done stuff where he's like been like, oh, I'm gonna go check this out, but like, he hasn't done on location anywhere before, right? He's usually been in the studio,
out in the field doing research. Yeah, he's very rarely out in the field.
Yeah, he usually sends an intern or something.
Mm-hmm. But he's on the scene, and then the computer starts talking to him
and takes him captive.
The things that are in the gymnasium that I appreciate that are described are the scoreboard, the ham dispenser, and his soundboard. All of those things are in the gymnasium and powered by electricity. Did your high school have a ham dispenser in the gymnasium?
It did not have a ham dispenser. We did have like not Xerox. What is that called? Soda machine. Soda machine and like vending machines and stuff like that. But the old part of my high school, my old high school, because we split into two campuses after your sophomore year, but the old part of it had like burned down and stuff, like the old gym and stuff. And I don't know, I wish there was something cool like a ghost or
like a ham dispenser, but there was not. It was just like a creepy old pool. Basically, that was it.
Yeah, I wish we had a ham dispenser. We didn't. We just had basketball equipment.
Tater tots.
My high school had two gymnasiums, and they were right next to each other. And one of them was called the old gym, and one of them was called the new gym. And those were their names. They were not named after anyone or anything. They were just the old gym and the new gym. And now, I mean, and the new gym was like from the 70s. It wasn't like, oh, the new gym from, 2 years ago. It's new. No, it was like the old gym from when they built the building in 1950 and the new gym from when they built the addition in 1979.
Why were they right next to each other?
Because they just like put it on as an addition. Like right next. So you'd be like, oh, my gym class is in the old gym. And I'm like, this is just like such a staggering lack of creativity.
Yeah, that's really weird.
That's bizarre that there isn't at least somebody to like name it after.
Do you think if you went back to your school, you would be able to remember stuff, like where stuff was and stuff?
Like where the ham dispenser was? Yeah, my high school was pretty tiny, so I remember where everything is and was. They've added stuff on. There's definitely like been some additions made since I've moved on, but yeah, like I could find pretty much everything there, I'm sure.
Oh, right. You went to a school of like 200 people, right?
There was 500 people at my high school.
Okay.
So, yeah, not like a ton of kids. Now I think there's probably like 700 or 800 kids that go there, but when I was in my day, it's just 500.
Mine was like I want to say like 3,000 kids.
Wow.
Over all 4 years. Because my mom's company built our new high school. And I was one of the first classes to graduate from that high school. It was pretty weird having like 750 people in your graduating class. I don't know half these people. And so when people friend me on Facebook or something, I'm like, do I remember you? And they're like, we went to high school together. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, we sat next to each other. And I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm. Like I never sat in high school, not once. I don't know who you were sitting next to.
I was too cool to sit.
I had a really small, I think there were fewer than 200 in my entire high school. My graduating class. What? Yeah, my graduating class was 39 kids.
So much ham to go around.
We had if we had a ham dispenser, oh my gosh. That was probably why we didn't have a dispenser. It was just everything was made of ham. You could just eat your desk.
Oh, it sounds disgusting.
We had 3 gyms though. We had the main gym, we had the Hallowell and the Thode.
One for each of you guys? Like
Old money Quakers, man. I don't know what to tell you. There was money flowing at that school. And then the place that was the gym was on a triangle-shaped patch of land, not off campus, but the main road. Were bordered by a bunch of different roads. So one of them was like sort of across a little mini street, and that was the Triangle Gym. And that was where we played games in middle school and where the school plays happened until they built the theater.
Okay, because the way you're describing it, I'm imagining it just being like outside.
No, it was indoor. But it was a building that definitely was either haunted or full of corpses. There had to be a corpse somewhere around there.
And it was separate from the other part of your high school?
Separate building, a little further away, older. I mean, the school's been around since 1697. That's when it was founded.
Oh my
Damn!
Yeah.
So it's definitely
Fucking
haunted.
witches and
Pilgrims.
shit.
Night Vale should be
Yeah.
doing a show at my school's theater. That place is no joke.
What's
I
the
don't know why
capacity?
they don't
Do you have
do
a
it.
contact for a booker? I'll get in touch.
I'll find out. It's several hundred. I know that.
That sounds good. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do a show at the Abington. Listen to me, Abington Friends School. If you listen to this and you're somehow involved with the school, can we come do a show there? I know you have outside people do shows there. Why not us?
Wouldn't it be funny if we did like a Night Vale like high school? Like we could just go and do our high school because my high
Everybody's high
school
school?
is huge. My high school is huge. I would love to tread those boards once more.
Like a conquering hero. You get to come back a conquering hero.
Like, hello, my people.
Hello, I'm being paid to be here now.
I would come out like a Vita.
Like I was one of you.
Yes. One of you
You
plebes.
could descend.
Yes, I'll descend a staircase. Whatever set they have up is what I'm going to come down on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last show I did there was Bye Bye Birdie.
So you're going to come in on the Bye Bye Birdie set.
Yeah.
You'll have them rebuild it just for you.
Yeah.
Oh, memories.
We could go do some sort of anti-bullying thing. They're very into the anti-bullying these days,
Yeah.
I'm told. That's a big
Be
part of their
best.
core curriculum. Be best. Yeah, which seems like Night Vale could use a little bit of that because poor Megan Wallaby is getting bullied for being a hand.
Hey, but you know what? At least she has cool jewelry.
Yeah, she's got that watch with Cyrillic on it.
And the ring.
The ring.
The ring.
I like it. On the pinky ring, too.
Yeah.
Megan Wallaby is going to smack a bitch.
Yeah, don't turn that ring around.
Like, seriously? Because, like, if you have a pinky ring, you've definitely backhanded somebody.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
why
for
you
sure you
have
have.
a pinky ring.
Right? So you can be like, what'd you say? Smack. Shut up, bitch. Smack.
Smack.
So Dark Owl Records, they're putting on a concert. This freaks me out that they're scratching at the sides of a pit and they're screaming and starving and they will be crying and clawing. No one will hear them for days. They will be found, but they will not be the same. Tickets are not available and never were. I'm like, so this is basically like, what was that girl that fell in the well? The little baby Jessica?
Baby Jessica.
Maybe Jessica.
It's like baby Jessica fell in the well and she's like, but but they find them like later. And that's actually a pretty scary thing. If you like, have you ever thought if you got caught if you fell in a hole, like in the ground, like, do you think you'd be able to get out?
I haven't thought about that until this very moment, and I'm visibly shaken.
Yeah.
That's legit why I work out the way I do.
So you can get out of the hole.
So I can get out. No, I'm serious. I talk about that all the time. If you ever come and take one of my classes, like one of my like boot camp classes or something, I do a lot of body weight exercise and things where you have to do something where you're like pulling yourself like up or like using explosive power to get up as high as you can and like so you could latch onto something and just yank yourself up out of a hole. Do you think you would just sit at the bottom until whoever came?
I think I haven't experienced many large holes in my life that I could fall into.
Well, I mean, I imagine just like if you're in the woods or something and then it's like a trap for an animal or something. Do
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? And you accidentally, I'm serious, and you accidentally fall into it. Like they could be deep, like, or if, this is the worst. Have you ever thought about if you're walking around a cemetery, which I do a lot, And what if there was a fresh grave and you fell in?
That's only 6 feet, though. I'm like 5'10". I could pull myself out of that.
5'2". So it freaks me out more. I think about it because it freaks me out. Yeah.
I definitely would try to fight and get out. I feel like.
Do you think you'd try yelling first, or would you try and get out?
I try to yell, and then I try to get out right away.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like
when
a lot of dirt, you could just like make footholes. You know what I mean? You like pick in with your foot with your toe.
Yeah, depending on the conditions. Try to find a root.
I have really pointy nails, so I would use them as claw.
Yeah, you have talons. You have crampons.
Crampon. Click, click, clack, click, clack.
I would just be done. I would just slowly fade away. I'd be the skeleton they'd find. They'd be like, oh, what a cool wallet.
Not a survival situation I've ever thought about until now. And now it's all I'm going to be thinking about.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess I would try.
You know, I have a fear of like falling in stuff. Like, that's why I don't walk over grates. Because one time I heard on the news that this woman stepped on a grate and it busted in and she fell down and she died. Because it was like one of those ones that's really deep, like underground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen those like in the city and stuff? You can definitely see, like you look down there and you're like, that's like 2 floors down.
We walked over one recently. I don't remember if I was with you or I was with someone else. And we both were like, that's so far down. It was like, yeah. It was very scary. Yeah.
The same thing in a lot of New York where they have those doors that open.
They're
where
everywhere.
They deliver.
And they're always like not well maintained too.
No. Yeah, exactly. The amount of people that have fallen down those things.
People fall into them and like lose their limbs all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
I'm afraid of falling into the ice. I don't walk over frozen lakes a lot, but I've always been like irrationally afraid of falling into the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because then there's also that idea of like once you're in there, you won't be able to get back out because it'll freeze over too fast, and you won't be able to see like where the hole is. You know?
Yeah. I have watched a video of how to get out though.
Just punch up.
Yeah. Well, you want to try to
kick.
You want to try to not freak out.
Right.
But that's like a lot of things with survival. It's like, well, don't freak out. Like, how am I supposed to not freak out? Like, I can definitely, like, I'm not going to, there's no guarantee that I'm going to have my wits about me when I'm falling into freezing water.
Right.
Like,
right.
It's going to be shocking. He's like, number one, don't get shocked and don't do a big, like, don't inhale deeply. I'm like, I'm falling into the ice. Like, I've been afraid of this my whole life. There's no way I'm going to be like, yes, fine, just relax, stay cool. Like,
Number 2, don't get cold.
Yeah.
You're going to be tempted because it's ice and it's water that's under ice. But you got to stay warm and positive.
Number 3, have you thought about not going outside of your house?
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a definite freaky one. And yet, stay calm. Okay, cool. But, you know, I do find that sometimes when I get scared, I get like really quiet and kind of still, like, and my body just tightens up. Like, if I'm walking as a woman at night in the city and I feel like somebody's close behind me, I get like this, like hotness in my body. Like, am I going to have to fight someone or like yell or run or something? And you want to think that you would be like level-headed and be able to like deal with whatever comes to you, but who knows in a real situation. But I'm going to tell you right now, listeners, don't fuck with me. Because more than likely you'll get a karate chop to the neck.
Karate, yeah.
I always think about that when I'm working out, when I'm doing my cardio kickbox and I'm like doing my back kicks and I'm like, you got to land these back kicks because I feel like that, and like the elbows and the back kicks. And as a woman, we are always thinking about ways we might have to fucking fight for our lives.
Yeah, right? Did you ever see Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, of course.
Remember she did like, she's like, sing.
Solar flex, instep, nose, grind.
Exactly.
I'm not like a trained fighter. Like I'm a podcaster. Like I'm delicate and gentle. And like, I mean, I would like to think that I would fight for like, fight, but there's the chances are I would probably just very quickly lose my cool.
Well, I think a well-placed scream and like angry face, like really like vicious sort of face, can do a lot of damage to people or make them at least think twice. Like if somebody starts to grab you or something, if you just go fucking ballistic, most people will probably like at least like kind of back up a little bit.
Yeah, so be more crazy than them.
That's my advice. Be extra crazy.
Be so crazy.
Here's my advice. If you're a person who is thinking about attacking another person, don't do that.
Also sound advice. And that's really all we're saying here.
Yeah, like if you feel like you are walking up behind a woman and you want to attack her, maybe you should start screaming, saying, I need help. I'm about to do something bad. Try that.
If only that worked that way. Yeah. And I would like to think that the people that live our podcast, listen to our podcast, would not be the type of people to go attacking people.
No. I don't think that.
We're sweet. They're sweet, gentle babies.
I think that they're not likely to be violent towards their fellow man. I think that's. I would hope. I would hope they're pretty chill. But again, you know what you should do? Like just take your keys and thread them through your fingers and then stab yourself if you're going to hurt someone. Okay. Yeah. If you get that impulse to go hurt someone, just use your keys and hurt yourself so you don't hurt them. Maybe this is bad advice. Maybe instead of self-defense classes, there should be classes to make people not have violence.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm having radical ideas at 11:42 at night on a Monday.
Well, if people were nicer, we wouldn't have such a problem. If I like to live by the golden rule of mind your own business and don't be a dick.
Yeah, I like to live by the golden rule of don't rape women in parks who are going for jogs. Anyway, how did we get here? What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Let's get out of here.
Really, we're done.
Oh, we were talking about dark owl records and like people falling in holes and then the other stuff that we were afraid of. So we got down on that. Anyways, the public library, the librarians.
Amnesty Day.
Yeah, Amnesty Day. Do you guys have you ever had that, like any overdue library books?
Yeah, in middle school all the time. I couldn't keep track of that shit.
Same.
Yeah. I was always very bad. I think I paid $32 for a book one time.
Jesus.
This is a deeply embarrassing story, but why not? When I was in middle school, I had middle school fines and I couldn't get my report card. And I was like, I think I was in 8th grade and I needed 50 cents. And I was in my French class and I was just hanging out with my friends and I was joking. And I bent over and was like, hey, who wants to pay me? Just kind of insinuating, jokingly making sex work jokes. And our teacher totally saw me and totally busted me for, trying to sell myself in 8th grade French class. And I had to have detention for 5 days.
So that's 10 cents a day.
10 cents a day for library fines. So
for trying to sell that ass.
Yep. It was deeply embarrassing.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, Amnesty Day would have been fine. Yeah, so moving on about this episode. I love the way this episode ends. Well, I don't love the way that this episode ends, but I love the sentiment at the end of the episode. Where Cecil's saying, likewise, there's a girl who is only a hand, and she needs a computer to help her be a part of our community. And if allowing a treacherous machine to dismantle our municipal power grid and telephone lines and satellites and radios can help her, well, count me in. I just like that, where it's none of the satellites not important, the telephone lines and power grid, they're not important. What's important is having this girl be a part of our community. That's what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
I loved that.
Megan Wallaby and the computer have taught us how to love once again.
I love computer.
Computer loves you.
Megan.
Up next, a conversation about this episode's weather with the singer and songwriter of this episode's weather, Mal Blum.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Welcome to our show, Mal Blum. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Meg Bashwiner.
We love having you on the road with us, Mal, and we love your music, obviously. We just wanted to know, first of all, how did you find out about Welcome to Night Vale?
How did I find out about Welcome to Night Vale? That's a very good question. Gosh, I don't remember the first time I heard about Welcome to Night Vale, but it was just a thing I knew about. And I remember I was on tour with Barrett and Audrey. It was late night drive, and I was like, you know what we should try to get into? What I've never listened to? Welcome to Night Vale. And so we listened to a few episodes on the late night drive, and then that was the first time I listened to it. Yeah, I don't know. I was just always aware of it. Perhaps it's been with us all along.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So you're the weather on this episode. The previous weather who was on this episode has since been canceled, and you were very gracious in coming in and allowing us to use Better Go to be the replacement weather for this episode. And so those of you who listened to this episode 34, without having listened recently, the episode now features this song Better Go by Mal.
Woo.
And this song fucking slaps.
Thanks.
Totally slaps.
Totally fucking slaps. And
Thanks.
there's like a really like there's that, what's the line in it about like, I hope your computer keeps me warm where I hope your computer keeps you warm when I can't what, you know the line, you wrote it.
Yes, I did write that. It's hope your computer keeps you warm where I could not.
Where I could not, which is like adorably fitting for this episode, which has the computer that talks. So that's a beautiful little bit of synergy, synchronicity in the universe. I think this song was meant to be the weather all along.
Wow. Well,
Agreed.
yeah. Good. Well, apparently it was thanks to you and Symphony Sanders' campaign to replace the bad man. So.
Hey, sometimes people get canceled. They do bad things, and we don't have to subscribe. Free will, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know. Do you want to know how I became the weather on this? Is Joseph Fink sent me an email, one-line email that said, "Hello, a previous weather." Wait, what did he say? Something like, "A previous weather is a bad person, or like it did horrible things, and would like to replace it. I'm thinking Better Go. Are you in?" And I said, "Yes. Okay, sounds good."
Well, thank you for for replying to an email. I know sometimes that can be difficult for all of us, so we appreciate that. And yeah, I love this song. I love this whole album. This is off of you. What's the title? You Look a Lot Like Me. You look.
There
like
you
me.
go. You look a lot like me.
You look a lot,
which
like
is a
me.
line from that song. Actually,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You look a lot like me. I'll sing it for everyone.
That's so
you should listen to Mel
sing
it.
the whole thing.
I'm going to sing the whole. Nothing makes for better podcasting than me trying to sing that song from memory.
I think you should.
Then there's like that bass that starts where it's like wham 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 wham.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say.
I'm just going to sing the
Actually,
bass line.
We sat in bed, not the same bed.
We were in our separate hotel beds, Symphony and I. Symphony and I are roommates on this current tour. Just FYI for everyone who's listening to this now, this is being recorded while Symphony and I are on tour, and we are the biggest sorority sisters, and each Hampton Inn room becomes our sorority house.
I was going to say, when
And,
you're like, we're listening to it in bed, I was like, things have gotten spicy on the tour since I've departed it.
No, we were in our individual beds.
We were in our Lucy and Ricky beds.
And we decided to be good journalists and listen to the song. And I just remember listening to it when we listened to the episode, but then I was reminded what a baller song this song. And the intro, when the bass line comes in, I'm just like, mwah.
Thanks, Sympho. It's funny because like I basically, I'm like, oh, all my albums before 2015 are like pretty hard for me to listen. It's like a little cringy for me to listen to, And
Really?
so, yeah, and even this one a little bit, just because I don't know. It's like as you get older and change, it's like I don't know. It's kind of hard to listen to like my old voice or like my old, or just like your younger self or something.
Of
But
course.
it's cool hearing other people be like, this song is cool and this is why.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a time capsule.
Yes, it is. It's like a archive.
Which is a song on that album. I love that album. I listen to it a lot. I listen to it when I miss you, and I listen to it when you're not near, Mal. That song specifically is a really good one to work out because, again, that bass line's really, really dope. I like to drive around and listen to Mal Blum and feel my feelings.
Actually, the other day we were driving in the van and your song came on, but I wasn't looking at the screen that tells you who's playing it. And I was like, this sounds like Mal.
Aww.
And
It was.
It is.
It was you. It me. I've been with you all along.
So
it's you. It's always been you.
It's always been you. So I think that fans of Good Morning Night Vale are dying to know how you, Mal Blum, a young singer, songwriter, post-punk genius, poet, became involved with the Welcome to Night Vale team. How did we find each other in this big crazy world?
You know, I just found out totally the other day. Remember I asked you on the Europe tour, but I know my side, but then I'll hand it over to you. You can tell your side. But my side was I saw that they opened the weather submissions for the podcast. They had like a really funny written up thing. I think probably Joseph wrote it. I don't know. It sounds like Joseph. Might have been Jeffrey. Not sure. But it's something like, submit your song. Like, it doesn't have to be like spooky and Night Valley. Like, it can be any song. And like, if we like it, like, time will pass. You will age. You will forget you ever did this. And we'll get back in touch with you in like a year. And you'll be like, oh, right, I did this. And like something like that. And actually, it was a day where I was like, I remember I was in my apartment in New York and I was just like feeling pretty discouraged from the music industry. And I was like, you know, because I had this huge chip on my shoulder and I was like, oh, the music industry doesn't like me because I'm gay and I'm trans and, you know, but then every now and again I would be like, maybe I'm just bad. Like, maybe my music's just bad. Like, maybe it's not because I'm gay and trans. Maybe it's because my music's bad. So I was like kind of down on myself. And I was like, nothing. I don't know. But I was like, may as well. I'll just submit to this thing. I'll probably not get it, but like, I'm not doing anything else today. And I'll submit to it. And it's true, I forgot that I did it. And then maybe a year, 6 months later, Jeffrey Craner emailed me and was like, hello, Mal, we would like to use this song for the weather, like on this episode. Like, is that okay? Will you send us a WAV file? And I was like, hurrah! And it was cool. And it was Robert Frost.
Which I love that song. Thank
you. I was being funny because that song talks about the weather. And I was like, haha. And then, then they used it for the episode. And then maybe 4 months later, I get an email from Meg Bashwiner being like, hi, I'm Meg Bashwiner. I'm the tour manager for Welcome to Night Vale. We were wondering if you were available and interested in touring with us in the fall, like blah, 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 blah. And I was like, is this a prank? And it was.
And it was.
This whole thing now, the past year and a half has been a prank.
And it was. And then I went on tour.
It's a long con.
And everybody robbed me. And, and it's been amazing and wonderful and like the best gig. And obviously the Night Vale fans and me have a very special connection with each other. And, but I didn't know what happened in between me submitting my song and you wanting me to go on tour with you. But Meg told me the other day.
Yeah. What was I doing? What did I tell you? What lie did I tell you? No. We were hunting for new weathers, and we really liked your song as the weather, and we knew that you were Brooklyn based, and you had a scene and you had a following on locally, and kind of you could stand on your own 2 feet as a musician, as far as like you toured a lot, so you had those things, and then we were vetting you, and we saw that you did work on Chris Gethard's show. And we were like, oh, they like have supported other shows in the past, like that are not music, you know, that are like something different, so that they can, you know, they understand like what this is. And we liked your music, and we thought you'd be cool, and we were right.
Yay!
Yeah, is that what I told you 3 weeks ago, or whatever?
Yeah, no, that is it. Yeah. Well, basically, you were like, yeah, we vetted you. We saw you did stuff on Chris Gethard, so yeah, we knew you'd be good. And you also were like, and we we got a sense for your personality, and we thought that you would be nice to our fans.
Yeah, we thought that you wouldn't, that you would handle the fan relationship, because it is somewhat of a delicate relationship to hand over your audience that has come to see Welcome to Night Vale to another person for a half hour.
Yeah,
and you want the fans to be excited. You want them to enjoy the music. You want them to feel welcomed. You want to have that experience for them, and you also hopefully want to give them an experience they can't get many other places. And then also, I feel like we've been to a lot of places around the world, and not a lot of trans kids get to see trans people on stage performing for them. Mm-hmm. So that I feel like you as Mal is perfect in every way. So getting to bring you to our audience is, I think, really awesome for them and really awesome for us. So yeah, we also felt like we could trust you with our fans. Like, you're a nice person and you're not going to be like, whatever. And you've met thousands of our fans at this point. You've given so many hugs and signed so many autographs. What is that experience like for you? Like, getting to meet, like, I know it's definitely like people come to you in these signing lines and they talk to you and they tell you details about their lives. And you're like, hey, I'm Mal. I don't know you. Like, what's that like?
And they give you teeth.
Right. It's honestly, it's been awesome. And I think it's really awesome that Welcome to Night Vale. Like, I think that's really cool that was like a consideration, that you're like trying to put, queer people and trans people like in front of your audience. 'Cause a lot of them are queer and trans, it's like, it's a really cool, great thing. No, honestly, it's been great connecting with the Night Vale fans because, like, especially I think interspersed with some other touring that I was doing around the time that I started touring with Night Vale, which was also like great shows. But I was on another tour with somebody else, and a lot of their fans were really misgendering me pretty aggressively in the signing lines and just being kind of weird. And then I started touring with Night Vale, and it's like all these like really nice, sweet trans teenagers, and it felt like I really wanted to connect with them as much as they wanted to connect with me, in a way. And like, I don't know, the Night Vale fans are very special in that they're thoughtful and they're smart and they're mostly pretty shy and like very gentle. And I don't know, like, it can be, I think in terms of touring, it can be hard to sort of like hold boundaries and hold like, people feeling like they know you more than you know them and telling you super personal and sometimes traumatic things, and trying to like move them through a line, but also trying to like, not dismiss what they're telling you. So that can be hard. But yeah, with the Night Vale fans specifically, like, I think they're really funny and cool. And like Symphony said, it was really funny getting to know certain things. 'Cause like, I didn't know, like, I don't know the whole podcast canon. So like they would come in costumes sometimes, and like I would go to Symphony afterwards and be like, what's this costume? And like, for example, like I was like, okay, I think I have it down, the main costumes that they do. Like, I can recognize the Glow Cloud. I know who Cecil is. I know who Carlos is. I know who Intern Cecil is. Like, but there's this one cosplay that is like, they're covered in blood and they have like, and they're like usually wearing color contacts, and like, it's like, they're really sweet. It's always like the sweetest people, but they're like, look so scary. And Symphony was like, oh yeah, you met a Kevin. And I was like, what the fuck is a Kevin? And then she explained it to me. And then the other thing that's really funny is some things I assumed were from the podcast. Like, for some reason, and there's been like about like 7 people who have brought me teeth, like not real, they swear it's not real teeth, but like, sculpted little clay teeth, or like a teeth bracelet, or, oh, this was a Wolverine tooth, like all this teeth stuff. And I assumed it was a Night Vale thing, but then I like asked you about it, Meg, and you're like, yeah, that's not a Night Vale thing. And I was like, what? That's not from the podcast? Why are they bringing me teeth?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some teeth to, hey, and my knowledge of the podcast is like, it's pretty good. I'd say like I'm a pretty decent student of it at this point, but I can't remember anything that is like gifting someone teeth or being like, here, I got you this handful of teeth. It's possible I've missed that somewhere along the line. It feels like a Night Vale thing because teeth is one of the main images from Night Vale, but there's a lot of talk about like teeth and hair and spiders and like deer, like things that are weird and beautiful.
And teeth are kind of one of the a weird, beautiful thing. It's like a part, so sort of like canonically a part of the imagery of the show, but not anything super specific that I have knowledge of.
Not as currency.
And the inside cover of It Devours is like, that's where we get those teeth leggings.
The devouring teeth.
Which
the
makes
smiling
sense.
God. Like there's images, there's like the smiling God and the...
But not specifically.
But not specifically like, when you see someone hand them like a small container of teeth, which seems to keep happening to you, which I could guess would be like a bit alarming, especially because you thought maybe it was something that was a part of the show. Like a tradition in Night Vale was to hand someone like a bracelet made of teeth, but no, maybe it's just a maltradition. Maybe they just...
It's only ever happened to me at Night Vale shows, but perhaps once this airs, they're going to start coming to my shows and it's fine. Just but don't bring me spiders. I do not want spiders.
Long story short, bring mouse spiders.
Do not bring me spiders, Symphony Sanders. Would you like a tooth?
So you've toured a lot with us. You kind of we're in this interesting situation where we hired you to be the weather. You didn't know any of us. And then we met up in Newark Airport before we were about to spend like 3 weeks together on this, touring is such an intimate and personal thing. You're in the same space with these people. You do a show with them every night. You spend all day together. So what was it like kind of being thrown into that like whirlwind of all of these people? And like also Symphony, Cecil and John and I know each other really well. We've been like, we're the Babysitters Club, so.
There was a Mal in the Babysitters Club, FYI.
So that's why you fit in.
Yeah. I was nervous. I mean, it was like, coming into summer camp, or something. Yeah. I was like, I hope they like me. I feel like actually when I met all of you, like you were all very much like indicative of your personalities, like the way that I came into Newark Airport and like you were like doing work on your laptop and you were like just like very cool and professional and you were like, yeah, like this is when the plane's leaving and like, yeah, let's just like sit here and do work. And I was like, cool, okay. And when I met Symphony, she was my roommate and she was already in the room and she was just like, I feel like in my mind you just like popped out and like you were like, what's up? Like, welcome to the room. And I was like, oh my God, cool. But yeah, I mean, y'all were really welcoming, but I wonder, so it seems like, I mean, this is something that you must be used to, like when you get a new weather, like you sort of are like, is it something you're aware of where you're like, oh, they're a new person walking in, so like, let's all like sort of
be nice to them,
welcome them. Yeah. Like show them the ropes, like get them, fold them into the mix. Symphony is actually really great at that. Like
I think so.
Yeah, because like just like you described it, like I'm in the airport being like, hey, great, glad you're here. That's awesome. I'm gonna be working on my laptop. Let's find out a little bit. We like chatted though. I wasn't like a cold businesswoman the whole time. I was like, what's your family like? But Symphony is like, she's our welcoming committee. She is. She really makes everyone feel welcome.
I want to get all the information. You know what I mean? I want to be like, who are you? Where do you come from? Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
What's your deal?
I should say also, like, there is something, I mean, I don't think you were cold at all, Meg, but there is something, I mean, after you tour so much, there is something sort of, you know what I mean? Like, you want someone who can just be like, yeah, what's up? This is a job, and we both have other stuff to do, and also, but I'm here, and I like you, but like, you know what I mean? We don't have to make small talk or too much small, you know what I mean? There's something comforting and good about that, that you kind of need on tour, because otherwise, you go crazy, I think.
Yeah, because like it's not vacation, so it's like we all kind of need to, and because we're together all day, every day, and like you can't. We have great conversation, all of us, and we do fun things, and we laugh a lot. But there's times where we're just like, okay, well, like I need to be alone around all of you right now. Like I know we're all in the same space, but like I have stuff I need to do, or I need to like take a little me time, and so I need to be. I know there's 6 of us in this van, but I'm gonna for this purpose, I'm gonna pretend that I'm alone. So
and that's okay.
Yeah, it has to be
just
okay.
Be like, to be quiet and be like, hey, I need to call my mom, or like just sit here in silence and look at the ceiling or look out the window or whatever.
You guys are so funny, though. Also,
oh. Thank you.
I think we're all funny. You're funny too, Mal. You made me laugh so hard on that fall tour that I almost had to pull over.
What did I do?
We tried to play a movie game. It was like 7:30 in the morning. We tried to play a movie game and we were all really tired. We're like, okay, let's get started. Let's name every movie that Tom Hanks was in. And we named like 2 movies. And we named like Terminal and Philadelphia. And you thought that Terminal and Philadelphia were the same movie?
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's the Philadelphia airport that he's stuck in.
Yeah. I thought they trapped him there. I thought it was like the government quarantined them there because homophobia and AIDS.
So I had to pull over, and then we immediately had to stop playing that game.
You can't play stuff like that with me.
No, it was just like, that's it. That game is won. We've won the game. We're not gonna. There's no. Hal was with us that day too, because Hal was like, "Let's play a movie game." Like this look, Hal's like in good spirits, being like, "Let's enjoy this road trip that we're on."
Yeah, that sounds very Hal. I love him.
Speaking of Hal, when are you guys gonna announce your 2020 presidential bid?
Oh, I guess right now on the podcast. He's not. Wait, he's not here.
Yeah,
we've talked about it before.
Just edit him in, being like 2020, Hal and Mel. Just put a clip.
Yeah. Have you decided which one of you is going to be the president, which one of you is going to be the vice president?
It's funny because it's the opposite of what you think, where we're both like, no, you be the president. You be the president. I don't want to be the president.
Maybe you should be co-presidents.
Co-president.
We should change the Constitution so that there's co-presidents. Like,
I think he should be the president. Like, Hal is more likely to get elected.
I don't know. You're pretty likable.
Oh, thank you.
You could do some magic tricks for them. That would.
Oh, this is something you may not know about Mal, listeners.
Mal's a budding amateur magician.
I fucking love magic. I did a magic trick yesterday. This is something you may not know about the Night Vale crew. They let me do 1 magic trick per tour.
We don't abide sorcery.
Yeah. Witchcraft. Oh, that's the other fun part about touring with Night Vale is you're all theater people. I've never been on a tour with theater people. It's so funny. You guys are so funny. You're always doing bits.
There's a lot of bits, if I'm honest. If I'm honest, there might be too many bits.
No, there's a perfect amount of bits.
If you think about it, like we just spent so much time together and like there's so many stories and we've enveloped in our time together. Like, and just now we're bringing in a new weather and we keep talking about you, Mal.
Aww.
And Mal's stories.
Yeah.
I think they're jealous.
Is he jealous?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, we have to fight each other. That's part of the contract is like at the end of all of the Night Vale touring, all the weathers go into a dome. It's a cage match. So.
Oh man.
That's the transition.
Oh, man. My money's on Erin McKeown.
Yeah.
She's small and fierce.
She's feisty.
Yeah.
I would never fight Erin McKeown. She would destroy me.
Yeah. She's like she's like a clean machine.
Also, doesn't she play like those like hollow body guitars?
Yes.
Yeah, those are. So I wouldn't want to get hit with one of those.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you imagining that everybody uses their own instrument?
Eliza Rickman throws a toy piano at you.
That sounds like something that would happen to me in my life.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that has happened already. But I mean, I don't know Eliza Rickman, but I'm surprised no one has thrown a toy piano at me.
Jason Webley will try to strangle you with an accordion.
Oh yeah. Jason Webley with his accordion would be. He'd just be hopping around. I feel like he'd be like upside down in the cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got some circus tricks in him. He definitely does.
Yeah. That seems about right.
Oh yeah.
He'd be emceeing.
So this episode came out in 2013. What was Mal doing in 2013? What was your life like?
What was I doing in 2013? I was maybe breaking up with my college girlfriend, possibly. It was maybe right before I went back to therapy and realized that I had clinical depression. Really fun stuff there. And what was I doing? I can't remember. This might have been the time because there was like a maybe 1.5 year period after college where I was trying not to be trans anymore. So maybe this was right after that where I was like, ah, crap, I'm probably trans, but I'm not ready to like admit that to other people again. I think I was working as a barista. There was a time, it's hard to remember. Okay, yeah, I think because there was a time where I was teaching toddler music classes. That was like 2000.
Why have we never heard about that?
I don't know. I got tales. I
You
got
blocked
tons
it
of
out.
tales. Oh no, I got tons of tales in here. I'm always talking, you know? It's like there's just always more. But I think that was 2011. I think I was playing college shows as my main source of income and then working as a barista on the side. So, but I had like I would go do the NACAs, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
NACA, what does it stand for? It's where like you go to a convention where all of the colleges are like the college talent buyers are there, and they're really just like student organizations who have like huge budgets to come bring musicians and comedians in, and so like it's like a big kind of expo for that.
Yeah, so you go on this stage and it's all people who like, you know, sound traditionally, conventionally good, and they have nice voices, and they do like, you know, Jonas Brothers covers or whatever, and they're like most of the people that get booked are like pretty straight white boys with guitars, honestly. And so, you know, I would go out there and like they'd be like, you gotta work a cover in, and I'd be like, that's not my thing, whatever. So then you play for 15 minutes and you try to like curry favor with them, and then you can walk out of there with like, you know, 8 college gigs and then pay your rent for, you know, a year and a half. And so that's what I was doing. That and, you know, making coffees, I guess. What were you doing?
That was 2013. I was a neo-futurist, neo-futuring, selling insurance, living with Joseph Fink in a studio apartment on Bedford Avenue above a Subway restaurant. What was Symphony doing?
That was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
I know, it's hard to remember, right?
You were probably fitnessing, yeah. Teaching classes.
You know what? I was doing a lot of circus. Yeah, I was about to go to circus school in a year, but like I was just doing fitness stuff and having confusing relationships.
Yeah. So when did you make this album? When were you making You Look a Lot Like Me, and what was going on in your life at that time?
Like I think shortly after this, actually. Maybe that's what I was doing in 2013, because it came out in 2015 and you need at least 6 months lead time. So it had to have been done in 2014. So it might have been right before I recorded this album. This You Look a Lot Like Me was my 5th album, like 5th full album, and the first time I could get a label to sign me. So that might have been when I signed the record. Signed. I mean, it's like a no contract label, so like signing is in quotations right now. But that might have been when I said, you know, we decided that I would put a record out with them, and they were pretty involved in the last record with it, as far as like I didn't have a manager or anything at the time, and I didn't really know. I knew I wanted like a producer on it, and I didn't know who, so they set me up with Marissa Paternoster from Screaming Females. And then we basically like, you know, we recorded it in like 4 days. But then we went to Marissa's grandma, like in a studio. But then I went to Marissa's grandma's house like for like a few weeks to do like guitar and vocal overdubs. And then we mixed it in Philly, where I met a lot of people. I'd never really spent much time in Philly. And then that's when I met my current bassist, Barrett. And now it's funny because like half my band lives in Philly, you know.
So you go to the Philadelphia airport a lot.
I try to avoid that airport because of its historical homophobia. My favorite part of that was you trying to be like, Mal, no, that's a totally different move. I was like, no, it's the Philadelphia airport. You're like, no, it's terminal. Like, that's not, has nothing to do with AIDS. And I was like, well, why is he in the airport then? Like,
oh man.
Why do they, no, but actually though, why is he the only one in the airport? Why do they not let him out?
In Terminal? In the movie Terminal?
Yeah.
It's like, cause he's some sort of like, he's like, he has to like expatriate because he's like some sort of, I think he's like fleeing from some sort of oppressive. I never saw Terminal, so this is me trying to describe the plot of the movie I never saw. But he's like, I think he's fleeing from some sort of like someplace he has to expatriate from. I wish Hal was here. Hal has seen every movie.
Yeah. You understand my confusion though. Like
I
it's
do
like
not. Absolutely do not. It would be like confusing Splash and like Apollo 13. Like
Splash is the mermaid movie, right?
yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
With Daryl Hannah.
I think a couple episodes ago, this is totally cold and we didn't ask you to do this and you can totally say no. But I think a couple episodes ago, we told the audience that you might be able to do a poem for us, like do the Ghost Hunters poem.
Yeah. Well,
That's my favorite.
The only thing about that is that the poem is on my phone, which I'm recording on. So if I pick it up and read it, it might, I don't know how well that'll come out.
How about this? Here's what I remember about it.
Yeah, you do it from memory.
and then you fill in the blanks.
You would probably know it. I think if we started you'd know it. Okay.
You think? I've never been able to do poems from memory, oddly, which is funny because I do songs from memory, obviously.
It starts out, I watched a shitty television program called Ghost Adventures.
Know it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched a shitty television program called Ghost Adventures.
I think it's I like to watch it. I like to watch a shitty television program called Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures.
And it's hosted by Zach Bagans.
Zach Bagans. Wherein a dominant television personality named Zach Bagans taunts ghosts and wears tight black t-shirts. What comes next? I can't remember if the next thing I do is... I can look it up. Do you want me to look it up?
Look it up. I mean, we're making excellent podcasting right now where we tried to do something from memory. I think it's even better. Like, how about you try to do that from memory and I'll try to do Better Go, your song from memory at the same time, and that'll be the mashup.
Okay. You want to do that?
No.
Oh, no.
I feel like that would be terrible podcasting.
Yeah, I started doing poems like halfway through, and then you changed your intro of me to be like, get their songs and their poetry. And I was like, there's nowhere to get my poetry. That's just something I started doing.
Not yet.
Not yet. Write a book.
Put together a chat book.
I'm gonna start working on that after the new album comes out, actually. That's my next thing I want to do.
And when is that, Mal?
So Mal's not gonna be able to tell you, but there might be more music from them in the future.
So sign on to your, what's that called? Mailing list?
Yeah. Go to malblend.com.
Wow, there you go. Nice.
Are you ready to read your poem?
I'm ready, yeah. Ghost Adventures by Malblum. I like to watch a shitty television program called Ghost Adventures, wherein a dominant television personality named Zach Bagans taunts ghosts and wears tight black t-shirts. He yells things theatrically to the camera like, "Bring it on!" and "You wanted us, you got us." I watched 6 episodes on a layover between Charlotte and Detroit. A stranger picks me up at the airport. When I tell her about Ghost Adventures, I refer to it as kitschy and fake, and then I sleep in my hotel room with the lights on. And then I usually pause here because then they laugh there. I watch another 3 episodes after I get home in an effort to turn off my brain because I don't want to admit to myself that there's a possibility that I cannot turn off my brain of my own accord because it is my brain and it should theoretically do as I will to, and besides which I don't want to take the medication the psychiatrist prescribed to me earlier in the week. Meanwhile, Zach Bagans is taunting ghosts. Zach Bagans! Brilliantly dressed in his tight black t-shirt and bravado. A perfect performance of American masculinity if ever there was one. This was funny because they only laughed at this in Europe and Canada. They do not laugh at that line in America.
Too close to home, right?
Yeah.
Interesting little study that I did on stage. I don't know what I'm performing, but I wonder if Zach Bagans takes comfort in projecting his demons onto fake ones he can shout at. I wonder if he fixates on death. If after the cameras go off, he goes home to his roommates and his dog and suffers from obsessive thought patterns and depressive episodes until the next episode of Ghost Adventures airs. Probably not. Zach Bagans isn't afraid of death, most likely because of his muscles, and or his belief in post-mortem existence, which I do not believe in, because I don't believe in anything. Except, of course, my latest compulsive conviction that if I don't leave existential evidence that I was here and connected with other human beings while I was alive, nobody will ever know once I am dead, except for Zach Bagans and his stupid fucking t-shirt.
Yay.
That's the poem.
Thank you so much, Mal. Thank you for your
Yeah,
poem.
of course.
Thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Night Vale, Mal. We really appreciate you having us.
Thank you all for listening. As always, we appreciate it. We appreciate those of you who are patrons. Those of you who are not, you know where to go. Patreon.com/Good Morning Night Vale for all the extra goodies. Next up is Lazy Day when we return, and we will hear thoughts from Night Vale listeners. We're going to get some theories, some questions, and comments all rolled into one. So until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited by Grant Stewart. It is mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our guest this week, Mal Blum. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us which host you are thinking of asking to prom. This show is powered by our patrons like Elizabeth Jackman, Nicole Makepeace, Kristen Spengeman, Julie Steiger, and Jay Connett. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, hyper-cool kid content, like having your name mispronounced in our credits, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more information on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Christy Gressman, Jeffrey Craner, Joseph Fink, and Adam Cecil. Today's adverb is gleefully. The birds gleefully sung outside of her window, because birds have no fucking respect for audio-based media.